As you're familiar with, Project Veritas, we're an undercover journalist organization. Our journalism relies upon mostly, as you noted, undercover journalists approaching people in power, in this case Twitter, and obtaining the truth from them when they otherwise would not admit to the public. A lot of them will give you an official company line statement if you ask them for comment, as a reporter for an outlet. But if they don't think they're talking to a journalist, they're willing to admit things that otherwise they wouldn't. So our journalism is basically founded upon that, as well as whistleblowers who come to us with documents or internal things when they, see wrongdoing within their own company. They'll come to Project Veritas as well to blow the whistle and get the truth out that way as well.
Just an outstanding team, the courage and the sang-froid, if I can use the word, just staying cool in those moments. It really is. I mean, we've all watched TV movies about undercover cops and how stressful it must be to know that you're meeting with the bad guy, so to speak. In this case, you're not necessarily calling them the bad guy, but they are people of public interest. And to hear the difference between what they say and what they do is quite something. I salute your team. Without further ado, let's go to the two videos you've released. Why don't you set up the first one for us a little bit, and then we'll watch it. Tell us what we're about to see.
Yeah, so this is a Twitter engineer, a senior engineer, Cyril Murugesan. He was recorded here admitting that the company, his colleagues, are commie as F. They don't believe in free speech, and Elon does believe in free speech. He even admits that he thinks Elon probably wants to do what's best for the company. He actually wants to make a profit there. And the interesting thing is, Cyril admits that he only works 4 hours a week. Think about someone who admits he worked 4 hours a week, and Elon's tweeting about work ethic.
Yeah.
And this guy's talking about like, oh yeah, we're all about mental health here. Actually, the profit thing, it's like that comes after. It's incredible.
You know what I tell you? If I was working 4 hours a week, I would call that vacation. But I don't think it would be good for my mental health because I like to work. It's quite something. Enough preamble. Let's look at the video. Just incredible undercover vid from Project Veritas. Take a look.
Twitter does not ruin free speech. What do you mean? Free speech. Capitalists. If we weren't really operating like capitalists more, we were very socialist. Like we're all like communist.
Ideologically, it does not make sense, like because we're actually censoring the right, not the left. Because everyone on the right wing will be like, bro, it's okay to say, you just gotta tolerate it. The left will be like, no, I'm not gonna tolerate it. I need it censored, or else I'm not gonna be on the platform. So it does serve the right. It's true, there is bias.
I don't know, the two parties can truly coexist on one platform.
What do your colleagues say about
They hate it. Oh my god, I'm at least like okay with it, but some of my colleagues are like super left.
What do they say?
They're like, this will be my last day if it happens. So,
has much changed since like Elon's coming out?
a lot has changed. A lot has changed. We're all like worried for our jobs.
Why are you guys so worried?
Jobs are at stake.
Like I started working for Twitter and became left. I think it's just like the environment. Like you're there, you become like calm.
We did all we could to like revolt against it. A lot of employees revolted against it. But at the end of the day, board of directors have a say, and then they acted on their best interest because they didn't want to get sued. I basically went and worked like 4 hours a week last quarter. That's just how it works in our company.
Yeah. How would you describe communism besides Twitter?
Essentially, like everyone gets to do whatever they want. No one really cares about like OpEx. Like capitalists don't care about numbers. They care about like how to make the business more efficient. But in Twitter, it's like mental health is everything. Like if you're not feeling it, you can take a few days off. People take months off, they'll come back, but you always like do your best at any time. And that's the culture, and we'll run the business as much as possible. Capitalists would be like, you gotta generate profits or you're out. A lot of people look at survival culture.
Oh my God, months off just because you weren't feeling it. Just months off. Unbelievable. You know what? I think he was speaking the truth there, and he was making backhanded compliments to Elon Musk. And I don't know. I believe every word of what that guy said. I think that absolutely is what's going on inside Twitter.
I mean, it seems to me he's very genuine there. He was speaking with knowledge. He's been there for years, by the way. He's not a new employee. He's a senior engineer. He's probably making good money to be working only 4 hours a week. It's shocking. I mean, he touched upon all these different subjects: censorship, and the bias, the free speech aspect, the internal revolt against Elon Musk, the political ideology inside Twitter, and then the work ethic inside Twitter. It's unbelievable. I mean, what other information could this guy give us? I think he told us everything.
That was an excerpt from my daily TV-style show called The Ezra Levant Show. Each weekday, I do a monologue on the news of the day. Then I interview a fascinating guest. I read some fan mail or hate mail, depends on which I like more. And we end with a video of the day. You can get it all at rebelnewsplus.com.